Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be looking at our Etsy, eBay and Poshmark sales data. My wife and I are part-time resellers specializing in vintage clothing. Our aim is to grow the business as much as we can, and we like to use data to give us insights into what we're doing well and what we can improve on. Hopefully after today's videos, you'll be able to see how your sales data matches up with ours, where you're doing better than we are, and can give us some tips, and also some areas you may be able to improve on. So first things first, we're going to look at our data. So we export our data from Etsy, eBay, and Poshmark once a month, and put it into this spreadsheet that I've built. And basically, you can get all the raw exports, it pulls it together, and then ties it into one big table that has normalized all the data and made it really nice and easy to analyze. We do quite a lot of fun things in the background here to pull it all together, but that is probably a video for another day. So once the data has been added, we jump over here to our dashboard tool, and we can start to break down our information. Again, point of today is to kind of look at just how we do things, some of the understanding that we've seen, and some of these trends that may be interesting and useful for your business. So first of all, we look at just our platform overall, how we're performing, what profit we've made, how many sales. We've been doing this probably properly since, I guess, October, November, December last year. That's probably put more of our time in, and then over the last few months, even more and more. So we can see our profit per platform. We can also see the total number of sales that we've made on each platform and how we've tracked month on month. So if we hover over here, we get a little breakdown of what our profit margin is. That's in green, sales is in light blue, and the total number of sales is in gray. So we're kind of going the right way. We're going to do a breakdown of July, but if things go well and people like this, then we'll look to do a breakdown of August as well. We have our typical profit margins. I know this will vary depending on how you sell and what you find interesting. But typically, average sale price on Poshmark is going to be 42, same on Etsy, and about 32 on eBay. We're just getting started there, so trying to build positive feedback with some cheaper items out the door. And then profit margin, there's a few more calculations to do here. We still need to get better at how we track the cost of our goods and how that impacts the profit margin. But we can see per platform what our profit margin tends to be and the average profit we tend to make on a per item basis. And then we can see platform performance overall. So orange is Etsy, Poshmark is the purple line, and then eBay is this little blue line here as well. The last year has been pretty good from a Poshmark perspective, and August was a fairly crazy Etsy month as well. We also like to keep an eye on how each platform is trending. So again, we can filter here by Poshmark or Etsy or eBay, or whatever it is. But the idea of this dashboard is we can go in and we can go ahead and look at essentially how we're performing in different categories. So up the top, you've got what is our average time to sell on an item, what's the average sale price, average profit margin, and average profit in specific value, our most profitable category, so what has brought us in the most revenue across all time. And then we also get category performances here as well. So eBay and Etsy doesn't actually give you this in their export, so we have to do some smart logic to assume what the category is from the title. But we can see the total number of sales that we've made. You can see sweaters right up there for us, and then average days to sell as well. One thing I like doing as well is just looking and managing our expectations for sales patterns. So here we're looking at the total number of sales that we've ever made on a specific day of the month. So regardless of what the month is, typically on the 29th or on the 29th of the month, we have made 28 sales. On any day that was the 23rd of the month, we have made 33 sales. And this is all time. So a thing that this kind of nicely shows is you've got this pattern where at the start of the month, we see a a spike across the first 2 weeks. We've got this middle week, I guess, where everyone runs out of money and waits for their next paycheck. And then the back end of the month tends to be heavier in sales as well. So that's always just good to remind us what we're kind of looking for. We also do days of the week as well. So total number of sales that have occurred on any day of the week. Sunday tends to be up there for us as one of the main days. You guys probably see that as well. And then everything else is, yeah, it's not too different. That kind of, we're looking at anywhere between 90 and 100 sales on any of these given days. Again, across all times, so nothing too crazy there. The point of running all that is so that we can actually understand how well a certain month has gone compared to other months and compared to our norms. So if we take a look, I'm going to look at July for the sake of this video. We can go ahead and actually we can see our platform trend. Typically we're looking at 42 days, sale of 41 and profit of 33. So we actually improved on that a little bit within July. Again, August is really nice, but we'll have to hold on to that one. But we were pretty much right on the money here on average. So 42 sale, 34 profit margin a little bit better. Sale numbers were good, and sweaters were, again, something we sell a lot of, as my wife likes to pick up all the vintage sweaters possible. So that's a good category for us. And most of our sales have come from Poshmark during this month. Etsy was kind of quiet, only 9 sales, 39 for Poshmark and 22 for eBay. Pattern of sales. So again, this, if we think of that graph that we were looking at where we were used to sales occurring on a certain day, if we look at this one, we kind of see that pattern again. Spike at the start of the month, middle of the month cools, as it seems to always do, and then back end of the month we get a spike there. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do anything about that gap and whether that's just human nature in terms of how we're shopping at the moment or how people are shopping. But it's interesting to see that this month very much conforms to that pattern. We can then see our profit by platform. So total profit of Poshmark was 1,400, 540 on eBay and 378 on Etsy. And then we can see our top items that sold. Now I'll probably leave Lindsay to go ahead and do a video if you guys are interested on the specific items that sold, how she picks them up, where she picks them up, all of that good stuff. But this just keeps us being able to have a look at what our best wins for that month were in terms of the sale price and the profit that we made. We also like to keep an eye on our categories. So in this case, if we have a look at sweaters, they were our main profitable item. Again, most of our sales coming there. So profit again is 2,300 for that month. And one nice thing to see here was the average days to sell, or 166, which kind of meant people were starting to turn their attention back to winter and fall, where as some of our old sweaters started to shift out. Otherwise, everything was kind of nice with some fairly quick sales on tops and shoes and things like that, which is good to see. And then also looks like we moved some of our older accessories, belts, skirts, all that good stuff. Skirts, belts, what other accessories we sell. So we can probably do another video on this one, but this page is nice. We use this to look at all of our sales within a given month. Look at the category, look at the platform they sold on, and then go ahead and just see how they compared in terms of what their typical profit was, how long they took to sell. We just use this to kind of guide what things are worth picking up, and then we've got our cheat sheet next to it to tell us, hey, typically, let's go and have a look. Sweaters will sell at 43, we'll make a profit of 34. And that'll take about 51 days to sell. So we can look here and go, oh yeah, nice to see some old stock going, but they took a long time. This sweater went for more money than normal, good profit, and a little bit quicker. So we just use this to try and point in the right direction of what items we want to pick up. You'll notice some of this is only for, we only get this data on Poshmark. The other platforms don't allow us to calculate how long something was listed. So we'll have to wait to see if we can work something out there. Probably again, save for another video, but we do a full category analysis. So if you guys are interested, let us know, I guess, in the comments. If you want us to go and do a breakdown of how our different categories perform, how long we expect items to be listed for, how much we made in sales, and also how that then links to subcategories. So we can go ahead and look at, for instance, sweaters, and see how all the different categories under that perform, so that we can again think about what we want to pick up, and we can do that by month and all of that good stuff as well. And then we can also, again, if you guys are interested, we can do a brand analysis. So we'll go in and we'll look at the brands that we sell, what makes the most profit, again, what we typically sell them for, and how long they typically take to sell. And then we can also just look at an all-time history of our best-selling items. So this is, again, kind of nice to confirm that we're doing the right thing or not. We tend to aim for a certain profit margin, and the only time we'll really break that is if the item is very quick to sell. So as you guys know, there'll be some that will get us a good amount of revenue, but will take a very long time to sell, where some will sell a lot quicker, and it's easy to find stock photos. So we're happy to take a little bit less profit for the quick turnover there. But if you want us to do a deep dive analysis on that, let us know. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you found this helpful, give us a like, give us a subscribe, drop a comment telling us what you're interested in seeing next, or if you want us to dive into the dashboards. Again, if people are interested, I'll go ahead and upload an August analysis when the Poshmark data comes through next week. And if you want to see how we source or other elements, again, just let us know, and we can look to share that as well. Alrighty.